Hello, my name is Anthony, and today we are talking about good mentor practices. What is a good mentor, and what involves being a good mentor and mentoring in general. Now, a mentor is essentially a guide or support that helps their students will build their knowledge throughout the learning process, throughout their project, throughout their learning quest, essentially helping them learn faster or learn in a more efficient way. Now, as a mentor, you are a professional in their field, in your own field, be it a doctor, be it a mathematician, linguist, anything, and you give your student insight on learning that goes beyond the textbook, thus giving them better resources, and things that can help them learn faster. Now, what is what involves mentoring skills? Mentoring skills are universal, so essentially it applies to every mentor. Essentially, and first and foremost, we have active listening, which is the act of listening and answering accordingly. You act after listening by answering your students' doubts, by answering correctly, and responding towards a problem and giving answers that help your student build their own knowledge. Trust building. As a learner, as a teacher, or as a mentor, you have to learn how to build trust with your students by understanding them, by understanding their problems, understanding their strengths, their weaknesses, their social, essentially learning about your student and how you can help them better. Encouragement. When you understand your students' limitations, your students' problems, what they can work in bettering themselves, you can encourage them to test their limits and build better knowledge that way. Now, lastly, awareness. And when we talk about awareness, we talk about goals and hurdles. What are we must be aware of the goals of our students, and what are the hurdles stopping them or preventing them from reaching their goals. And that's how you can build it around and help your student learn better. Now, moving on. What to build a mentor and mentee relationship, we have to take into account a lot of stuff. First and foremost, praise and correction. We must praise our student as much as we correct them. We have to be aware of what they are good at and what they are bad at. And praising them is a great way of building trust with our student, much better than just correcting them and saying them this is bad, this is wrong, this is bad, this is wrong. When we praise our students, we build confidence in them and the things they do. Next is being the example. As a professional, we must be very aware of how we look like, how we present ourselves to our student, how we communicate with our mutuals, and how we communicate with our student in a way in which our student can see us as a role model or the professional we are. We must be aware that we are not a supervisor. We can't be everywhere, anywhere, all the time. So we won't be for our student in every kind of situation they are in, and our student must be aware of that. In the same way, we must be clear about that with our student. Of course, we are a mentor, and we are not trying to build a copy of ourselves. We are trying. The things that work for us may not work for our student. So we must work around them and help our student learn in a way that benefits them, in a way that is better for them. That is our role as a mentor. To build trust with our students, we have to build confidence with our student. Confidentiality is essentially that being able to keep a secret with our student, being able to have this mutual thing in our relationship, mentor and mentee relationship. Naturally, there's boundaries to this. If anything that harms our student or anyone surrounding them, be it drugs, abuse, bullying, everything that must be notified and immediately reported to the authorities. We have to be non-judgmental. We are the adults. We are the bigger person here, the professional, and we have to be non-judgmental of our students. Maybe something our student values is completely different from us because we are a different person. Maybe our student is not very is afraid of talking to people, is afraid to talk in a public setting, and that's something we must be not non-judgmental about because we are the their mentor and their student. We don't want their student to feel um, ashamed for something they are not good at. Now, let's go on to some tips for mentoring. What is the goal? We have to be very clear about our goal here. Why we are here? Why we are mentoring a student? Things we really want to do for a student. We have to be clear about that with our students. Mutual expectations, what we expect from our student, responsibility, listening carefully, what our student expects from us, patience, clearness, being there when we need to be there. Lastly, meetings is essentially that when we meet our students, maybe we meet them outside of tutoring sessions because it's just a minor question or a minor doubt. And lastly, as a mentor, we can run background checks, make open-ended questions to elicit more of a deeper responses from our student, and be respectful and responsible, which is essentially the same as being non-judgmental, respecting our students and respecting the things they value and their boundaries and limitations. Essentially, that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding the fact that my PC is really bad and it's very loud. I'm sorry for everything, the loud noises. I can't help it. That's pretty much it.